just go towards the We'll walk around. Let me do the presentation.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No. You can stay here. I'm just gonna do the walk around from here to around here. Okay. So what I like.
Vila que é a feijoada da Globo.
So what I like to do now is in the walk around, I'm going to show you the updates on the 13 model year, and then do a focus on compare and contrast versus the Highlander and Pilot as we discussed, and show you all the feature advantages and equipment that we offer that our key competitors don't have. So that's how I like to do that today. So anyhow, we're in this very luxurious, nice high-end hotel, but as you can see, the design of this vehicle really looks nice, and the vehicle looks at home even in this high-end hotel. So I really think our designers have done a really good job in terms of the design of the vehicle. So let's start off with the front of the vehicle. We have the signature 5-point grille. We have the headlights updated again, the fog lights and the whole front fascia. And so I wanted to start off in terms of the compare and contrast. We have on the Grand Touring, we have bi-xenons, which are not available on Highlander Pilot. We also have daytime running lights with LEDs, so that's not available on Highlander Pilot. So that's one of our big competitive advantages. Talking about the powertrain, we have more horsepower, we have more torque than Highlander Pilot. We have over 23 horsepower, we have over 20 pound-feet of torque. Advantage versus Highlander Pilot, so we have more horsepower, more torque than either of those vehicles. And then talking about the side, here's, if everyone could come around. This is our 20-inch alloy wheels, and it has a premium finish. You can see this better when it's outside in terms of the gloss and quality, but it really adds a richness and sophistication to the vehicle. So in terms of compare and contrast, on the Pilot comes with 17-inch steel wheels, and their biggest wheel size is 18-inch. On a Highlander, you get a 17-inch wheel. On their base, their Plus, as well as their SE. So 3/4 of their trims come with 17s, and their biggest wheel is a 19-inch wheel. So we have 18-inch or 20-inch wheels. So we have bigger tire and wheel size. And then you might ask, well, what about turning radius? We actually have a tighter turning radius than Highlander Pilot. So we have bigger tire and wheel size, but yet we have tighter turning radius than either of those vehicles. So next, this car, as I mentioned, has blind spot monitoring system. It's standard on the Touring and Grand Touring, so over 80% of the mix has blind spot monitoring system. If you've been in a vehicle, it's really a great feature. Customers love it. And this is another feature that's not available on Highlander Pilot. So we have blind spot monitoring not available on Highlander Pilot. So another one of our advantages. This car on the Grand Touring comes standard with rain sensing wipers. You know, when it rains, it's a really nice feature. You don't have to turn on your wipers. Another feature not available on Highlander Pilot. So another one of our competitive advantages. This car, Grand Touring, comes standard with advanced keyless entry. You don't need to take your key fob out of the pocket. It's a feature unavailable on a Pilot. So another one of our advantages versus our competitors. So if everyone wants to walk around to the driver's side, we'll talk about the new features. So as you can see, it's a really rich, high quality interior. On the seating surfaces, as I mentioned, we talked about the Lux Suede. Again, it's like an Alcantara, just a different brand. So we've added that in the seat inserts as well as the door trim on the door panels, the Lux Suede. This is the new Bordeaux-like finish. We've transitioned from the wood-like to a Bordeaux, more high quality, more in direction with the current trends. The meter graphics are updated. We changed the illumination to white. This is a higher quality leather shift steering wheel. We've also updated the shift knob design, and we have the MID screen, which are new for 13 model year. And now let's talk about the transmission. This car comes with a 6-speed automatic with manual shift mode. A Highlander Pilot as well as Highlander V6 only come with a 5 AT, so we have 6 more gears than either Highlander or Pilot. We come with a 6 AT versus their 5 AT. This car also comes with Bose Audio. Bose Audio is really well known, well respected, well liked by consumers. Again, a feature unavailable on Highlander Pilot. So another one of our advantages versus those competitors. And then on the interior of the car, I think many people have gone in here already. One of the key things we focused on for consumers is the access to the third row. And I just wanted to show everyone here the access space is very wide to get back there, and it's both sides. You can access very well.
What's in it for the 2 handles?
So this handle pushes it forward, where if you use the forward handle, it folds flat. So if you, yes. I don't know how far you see it. Just a second. I just want to. So it's a fold flat. So you can do the fold flat, and then I don't know if I've lost everyone. If everyone wants to come back
You're
here,
doing fine.
So another thing that I'd like to talk about is in terms of the length of the vehicle. This is over 200 inches, so it's a long vehicle. It's actually 9 inches longer than Pilot and over a foot longer than a Highlander. So what does that mean in terms of the consumer? It has more cargo capacity than either Highlander or Pilot. And also in terms of second and third row legroom, it has more second and third row legroom than Highlander or Pilot. And these consumers do go to Costco's and Home Depots. They store a lot of stuff, and the extra cargo capacity is really appreciated by consumers. And then this is new for 13 is the backup sensors. Backup sensors are going to be standard on Touring Grand Touring, so over 80% of the vehicles have the backup sensors as well as blind spot monitoring, backup camera, so really good safety equipment. So again, we have all these competitive advantages. Again, with the fact that in terms of the design, we feel we have a more emotional, sporty design. And then I know many of you have driven this vehicle, but we really believe the package in terms of driving dynamics, we have an advantage there. And then the final component is in terms of value. Value versus those competitors, basically we're about $1,000 less in MSRP on average than either the Highlander Pilot. And what does that give you in terms of the overall value is we have for 13 model year on the CX-9 has higher residual values than Pilot. Highlander hasn't got their latest residual value in the November-December book, but basically we have better residual value. So that componentry really shows the overall value of the equation. So just to give you a quick highlight of what I just mentioned, so we have Bi-Xenon HIDs not available on Highlander Pilot. We have LED DRLs not available on Highlander Pilot. We have more horsepower, more torque. We have a 6 AT versus 5 ATs on the Highlander Pilot. We have blind spot monitoring not available on Highlander Pilot. We have rain sensing wiper not available on Highlander Pilot. We have Bose Audio not available on Highlander Pilot. We have more cargo capacity. We have more second and third row leg room. We have advanced key not available on Pilot. We have backup sensors not available on Highlander. We have bigger tire and wheel size, tighter turning radius, and then we have lower price, and we just have a really strong package, and that was the reason we won the North American Truck of the Year and why it's still a strong offering today. So.